Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Fair players, Antitesh Ordo. Today I'm going to do some predictions before C-3PO's kit comes out, kind of thoughts and what C-3PO could lead up to. Yeah, I'm going to be just surfing Google, so bear with me on that. But yeah, so far, yes, you have to use Ewoks to unlock him. The Golden God Droid, or the Golden Rod, or whatever you want to call him, whatever Han Solo called him. But yeah, he was the so-called God because he was gold, he was shiny. Of course, he was gold with a silver leg, which is always funny. So I do want to just poke over here. Now, my question is, will we be getting episode... I assume we're getting the definite version of episode 3 through 6. Yes, theoretically, we could have an episode 1, Galactic Republic only. Yeah, Galactic Republic only. If that, or just no tag, like Wampa and Visas Mara is right now. Episode 2, definitely Galactic Republic. In episode 3 through 6, Galactic Republic and Rebel. Unless they're going to only have one C-3PO in the entire game, like R2-D2. Even though there is a little bit of different iterations of R2-D2, like theoretically, because I have talked about D-Squad and R2-D2. Throw that up really quick. D-Squad, Star... Clone Wars, there we go. Images, just to show it off. And this R2-D2, as you could tell, has the orange stripings. So theoretically, we could have its own separate R2-D2. But I feel like R2-D2 as a whole entity would make sense for all the movies. You only need one R2-D2 for the game. Whereas C-3PO, theoretically, you could have 3 versions. I don't see this version being anything because it's like a protocol droid without its parts on. Like he's naked, like he says in the movie. But episode 2 variation and episode 7, I just wanted to cover this really quickly. I feel like we're only going to get one C-3PO in the entire game. Because it would be weird to see episode 2 one directly Galactic Republic only, whereas episode 7's version would be Resistance only. But then again, he goes to gaining his gold arm back in episode 8. Of course, they don't have an episode... Whoever did this didn't have an episode 8 version. It's through Reddit, it looks like. So yeah, check that out. Just look up C-3PO. See, just C-3PO like that, and you'll eventually find this. But it's kind of cool setup. Episode 8 would just be pure gold. I'm like, okay, they finally fixed it because a lot of astromechs. Like, scroll down here. Let's see if I can find it. I don't remember where I found it. But there was a C-3PO with the one that they run in on Bespin, and that silver droid says Ichuta. So, yeah. But going on, though, what could C-3PO's kit look like? For one, I feel like a tank would be the most, but that's just because I don't... Okay, first off, I don't see him as an attacker. He doesn't attack. He'll never attack, so attacker's way out of my league. Healer, he doesn't really have any healing or repairing skills, so that's completely out. Theoretically, yes, you could still have him cleanse, but I feel like cleansing would be through C3, R2-D2, and like BB-8 and stuff like that. Now, tank kind of makes sense because of how annoying he is in the movies, especially to the allies. Like Han Solo told him to shut up when he's saying the odds of success are 3 something something to 3,720 to 1. I think that was the actually remembrance of that line. But yeah, and then, just like, never tell me the odds. He's annoyed with that. But then again, if you look in battles where, let's see, C-3PO on Tantive 4. He goes through. Okay, maybe not Tantive 4, but man, this is a horrible example. But a lot of the times, even through like the Clone Wars show, you actually see him running. People are shooting at him, but he's missed a lot. But that's because of one thing is plot armor. But R2-D2 has that luck too, but he has no evasion. But sometimes he seems like he could be more of a tank than anything. Like, yes, he could be a support. Support, I could see him just, calling random droids to assist. Would he have a leadership for droids? Maybe, maybe not. But because I don't see him leading rebels really much. It would be one of those cliche little rebels have 15 potency. That's it. 15 potency or 15 tenacity, something like that. But who knows what he'll do on that. But I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna call a prediction right here and say 100% C-3PO is going to be another droid tank. Yes, he does not take hits like a tank very well, because what happened in episode 5, Empire Strikes Back? I was mixing these up. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, or Return of the Jedi. Anyways, in Empire Strikes Back, he gets blasted by a stormtrooper, so he's not very durable. But at the same time, there have been assassin style droids based on this frame and this body. And obviously you would upgrade the little knees and arm joints, and he would be able to, and waist joints to make him like run faster. He never runs. He always walks. He's just that slow droid. What the? Okay, that was weird. Anyways, he's just a slow droid walking, so he's really a slow character first off. I easily see him being, could be the slowest character in the game. Yeah, he could get turn meter. Yeah, that's fine. He gets turn meter, or maybe he'd be, one of the slowest characters. But it's weird seeing C-3PO. I never saw, like, everyone went on and on about C-3PO, but he was never an attacking character. However, we had a Hermit Yoda. That's what it was. Hermit Yoda come in. One of the first non-attacking characters. Yes, you could count Jawa Engineer, but Jawa Engineer is still through thermal, and that's still in a sense attacking. But Hermit Yoda's like heal cleanse, heal assist, stuff like that. Call to assist, stuff like that. So C-3PO, I feel like could be a tank based kind of more around Hermit Yoda. But there is still some surprising aspects. One, him being a leader to droids would be one thing. I feel like that would be a thing. But obviously, what unlocks C-3PO? Ewoks. So Ewoks being a thing, I'm sure he would have a leadership for Ewoks. Maybe if he's leading Ewoks, like a full team of Ewoks under him, like 4 other Ewoks, he sits in a chair. He sits in this wooden chair. And he points when he calls Ewok to assist. And that ability works differently with droids or something. I don't know. That just makes me wonder how that would work. But like I said, I'm calling this as he's going to be a tank. I'm predicting him to be in a tank. Like me personally, I love tanks, but then again, I never saw C-3PO coming to the game. Everyone's like, oh, hey, C-3PO is going to come to the game, but then it's like, I don't see it just because he didn't attack. But then they made Hermit Yoda, and it's like, which way do we go? But for the most part, yes, C-3PO as a tank could be useful. He could have some sort of evasion or some sort of mechanic where, I don't know, maybe evasion, because you always see him running through blaster firestorms like crazy. Walks through while everyone's shooting. They're like, hey, get out of the way. They're probably sitting there saying, get out of the way, droid, while I'm just walking. Because the movie was focused on the 2 droids and not the soldiers. They would have really been saying, dude, droids, stupid droids, get out of the way. I'm trying to shoot at these guys. And the stormtroopers are probably just shooting and not caring, and they just miss anyways because they're horrible. But then again, they're really not horrible shots. It's 1, helmet view, and 2, it's flawed armor. And then again, if you watch on Tantive 4, you do see them stormtroopers take out soldiers, rebel soldiers. So it doesn't equate. But just hitting these 2 droids are like hard to, because these droids are like king. Each of them are king. Of course, yeah, Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker. Remember them guys. But yeah, these two are iconic together. That is not a picture I wanted. Oh my gosh, there we go. But yeah, so I can see them being a tank, some sort of slow tank, but with some turn meter gain. But the biggest thing I feel like, and I hope happens, is that C-3PO has some sort of synergies to work with R2-D2. So maybe they'll have some sort of like buddy bond that as long as R2D2 or C-3PO are active together, they will have some sort of, you know, bonuses, kind of like how Chewbacca gives bonuses to, say, like Lando or Raid Han and another character. Something of that nature. He's going to give some sort of bonus, some sort of workaround to making it where R2D2 is even better. Yeah, you got R2D2 paired up with BB-8 a lot of the times, but what about C-3PO paired up with R2D2? I think that would be really phenomenal to see what his kid will be like. He'll probably call R2D2 to assist here and there. If R2D2 is active, you know, maybe all droid allies get a bonus because he's with. But you know, who knows? Who knows? And maybe, who knows, C-3PO might also be a key character. Yes, some people are thinking the big key character to unlocking Jedi Knight Luke from Return of the Jedi, the black-robed Luke. But I feel like there's another character he could help unlock in the future. Between that, Jedi Knight Anakin, maybe Ahsoka, maybe a different version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, a younger version. But that would be Padme Amidala. I have a kind of a sneaking suspicion that in the future, C-3PO might be needed for unlocking Padme. As well as R2-D2. I forgot about R2-D2 because R2-D2 first came from Padme's ship. He was in the service of Padme, or Queen Amidala at the time, and it went from there to what it was then. But other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about C-3PO. What do you see his kit being like? Now, again, I'm not going to go, I didn't want to go too in depth because that just take too long to figure out. Because I know they would have figured it out, but I was just wanting to predict some points to see if he's going to be some sort of tank or support. I'm 99% sure he's going to be more tankish just because of how annoying he was, how everyone wanted to shut him up, throw him out there. Also another quick side note, when you in Return of the Jedi, before the stormtroopers capture R2-D2 and C-3PO, before the Ewoks started attacking, C-3PO was the one that waved him over. It's like, hey, over there. It's like, hey, go get those two. Because they noticed C-3PO, a golden droid. You know, he's standing up. He's taller than R2-D2. It makes sense. Maybe he'll give R2-D2 some evasion. Who knows? We'll see. And I have a feeling, because he's a legendary character, he's definitely going to be meta-defining. Or probably mostly for Rebels and Ewoks, but maybe he's finally going to help droids out. But then again, who knows, because we don't have HK's rework yet. Unless when he's released, HK gets a rework. Hopefully. But other than that, again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And let me know what your predictions are for this kit before it's released. I have a feeling it's going to be released sometime next week. So we will see. It'll be out next week, so it might be released the beginning of next week, or it might be released at the end of this week. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.